Rolling on all cameras, thank you.
Climate transition planning. Is it going to drive action, or is it just creating more disclosure? Rob?
So I think it does depend on how you come into the process and the kind of, what you're intending to achieve out of the process. If you come at it purely from a disclosure perspective, I think you will struggle to deliver value from it. If you come at it from thinking about how does it actually drive change in your business and how you can operationalize a plan, then it can absolutely add real value and will do so. And frankly, it's essential, it is needed. Every business is going to have to adapt to the crises and to transition over the course of the next decade.
Lene, do you agree?
I do agree. I think that the climate transition plans, they're not going to drive action in and of themselves, but they are a necessary foundation, right, to understand what are the risks, the opportunities facing the business. But indeed, it's short-sighted to approach it just as a disclosure exercise. It needs more than that to deliver.
Give us some flavour of the experience that has shaped your perspectives on this.
It's been quite some years that Maersk has been working on since first setting out a net zero target and going through to having validated SBTi targets. And in that context, the transition plan has been a useful tool for kind of focusing that attention. But I think it's also clear that disclosure requirements in and of themselves are not enough, right, to push an individual company or a sector. There has to be a bigger basis or foundation, also ideally of incentives supporting transition.
There's a distinction here between a climate transition plan, a document for disclosure, and climate transition planning process, that the thinking, the work, the operationalization of making it happen. Has there been one aspect of the process that you think has been really particularly valuable in your context? Maybe Rob, we'll start with you.
And what transition planning allows you to do is actually be a lot more open about the barriers and the challenges that are certainly for your business, for your sector, and to then call for support from that within the ecosystem or from government. So that's incredibly important because it's a lot more transparent and it's actually a lot more realistic.
I think it's that transparency around the dependencies and coming from setting out a 2030 and 2040 targets, but also then being very transparent about, being dependent on an ecosystem to actually deliver that, not being able to do it all on our own. Even though Maersk is one of the leading companies in the shipping industry, it cannot do it on its own.
Rob, Lene, thank you so much. That's been brilliant.
Thank you.